Clara's parents, Lucy and Alexander McNeil. They had agreed to raise their granddaughter. Lucy and Alexander's home was about 7 miles from Clifton. Their farm was located just outside Cavendish, a seaside town on the northern shore of Prince Edward Island. Maud's grandparents owned one of the nicest homes in Cavendish. It was surrounded by cherry and apple orchards. The house also served as the local post office. It was an important place on the island. Hugh left his daughter with her grandparents and went to find work in Western Canada, far away from Prince Edward Island. Maud's grandparents were in their 50s. They had already raised 6 children of their own. They hadn't expected to raise another. They fed their granddaughter hearty meals and gave her a bedroom in their farmhouse. But they were very serious people. They did not show Maud much love and affection. Prince Edward Island. Prince Edward Island, PEI, is the smallest Canadian province. It is only 174 miles long and 40 miles across at its widest point. PEI is in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, near the Atlantic Ocean. Before 1997, PEI could not be reached by car. But that year, Canada completed the 8-mile-long Confederation Bridge connecting the island with New Brunswick, on the mainland of Canada. Only 164,000 people live on Prince Edward Island. They mostly speak English, but some speak French too. About 40% of PEI is farmland. The island is nicknamed Spud Island because it produces the most potatoes of any Canadian province. But PEI is famous for seafood too, especially mussels and lobster. Every fall, the island has the Prince Edward Island International Shellfish Festival celebration. Prince Edward Island is named after Prince Edward Augustus, the 4th son of King George III, who was King of Great Britain and Ireland from 1760 to 1820. Prince Edward was Commander-in-Chief of British North America when the island was named in his honor in 1799. Even though her grandparents were strict, Maud grew into a lively and imaginative child. She had 2 make-believe best friends that lived in a cabinet with glass doors. One was named Katie Maurice, and the other was named Lucy Gray. As a child, Maud spent much of her days outside. She loved to name the plants and trees. She called them Little Syrup, Spotty, Spider, and White Lady Birch. When Maud was 6, she went to school for the first time. The schoolhouse only had 1 room, and children of all different ages shared the same classroom. When Maud started school, she could already read. With the help of her grandmother, she had been learning since the age of 3. Maud loved stories and books. When she wasn't outside playing, she was inside reading. Her grandparents had a well-stocked bookcase filled with leather-bound novels. One of Maud's eventual favorites was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. The story follows the lives of 4 sisters from childhood into adulthood. When Maud was 7, 2 brothers named David and Wellington, Nelson, came to live with her and her grandparents. During this time, it was common for friends and neighbors to take in children who needed a home. PEI was a small community, and everybody looked out for one another. The boys' parents had died, and Maud's grandparents had enough space, food, and money to care for them. The boys attended school with Maud and helped out with chores on the farm. Maud and the Nelson brothers became the best of friends. They built playhouses in the orchard and spent hours on the beaches, running in and out of the water. David and Well stayed with Maud's family for 4 years. Then they moved to a new home. The years spent living and playing with David and Well Nelson were the happiest of Maud's early life. Chapter 2. A Born Writer. Maud loved to write from an early age. By age 9, she kept a daily diary. She noted the weather and recorded events of her life. She also wrote poems and short stories. Maud's grandmother and grandfather